Now let me just show you the meaning of alternate. Now for a bad connection, now if there's a bad connection, let me remove this. The image will not show, but people holding hands will show. These are people holding hands because there's a bad connection, and people holding hands is showing. That's the meaning of alternate. But if there's no bad connection and you reload it and you load it, you see that the image is showing. That's the meaning of alternate. Okay, so next let's just style this image. Introduce our styling and inline styling. Okay, there, what do you want? You want the position. The position should be absolute. Then next you want the right should be 100 pixel. Next you want the top to be 5.5 pixel. The next we want the margin. We want the margin top. We want the margin top to be 2 VW. Okay. Next we want the margin right also. Shift it to the margin at the right side. Margin right. Margin right should be 7 VW. And we also want the width of the image. We want to reduce the width of the image to be 32 VW. Go to the semicolon. And you also want the height of the image to reduce by 500. Okay, 50 VW. Okay, that is all for the styling of the image. Okay, and next we are going to style this container also. Just style this container. So we introduce our style. These are all inline styling. Introduce your style. And what do we want there? We want the color of the font color to be white. We want the font color to be white. And also but the padding bottom, that is the space at the bottom, padding bottom to be 5 VW. Okay, that's all. So we are going to style this line. Introduce a style here so that we can be able to style the line. So there we put our padding bottom also. Our padding bottom should be 2 VW. Padding bottom should be 2 VW. Then the font size we give the font size 1 VW. That will be the font size. Okay, that's all for the styling. We are also going to style this header, humanizing your insurance. So we introduce a style. And what do we want there? We want the margin We want the margin to be 0 VW, and we also want the font family to be Arial. Okay, we want Arial narrow. So we are going to delete all this fonts. We want only Arial narrow. So we have to delete all of this. Just leave Arial narrow, and we close it. So the next styling there is our font size. We need the font size to be 4 VW. Then we close it. Okay, that's all for the styling of this. So we are going to our external styling. We want to style this container here. Okay, so first of all, remember we already created a style sheet, so we are just going to directly. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and paste the styling for the container and for your view plans. Then I'll later explain. Okay, I'll just paste it down. So this is the styling for the container. You want to change the background color to this color. This is the color that you want to change it, and the text color to be white, and the padding left so that the space between it to be left, and the height auto, the width auto also. The margin top should be 0, that's the space above it, and the padding, everything that is inside that container, that's what you want to style it. Now I'll later explain these view plans. Let me just go and refresh my browser. So when I refresh it, this is what I have. Okay, let's go and see. Okay, for this container, it is a capital C. This container here, where is it? Container is a capital C here. So let's change it to a letter C, because here also is a small letter C. So let's refresh it. Okay, you can now see it very well. But this navigation bar is joined with the header. So what do we do to change this? So you go back to your index and you come below your nav bar and introduce the break rule, so you can be able to bring it down. The break rule, the first, introduce the second break rule also. Then you know we join together, and you go back to our browser and see everything is okay. Now you have now designed the header of your website, and let me go back and explain the view plans. Now look at the view plans. This is the view plans. When you hover on it, you see that the color changes from this background color to white. Let me show you in the styling. Now this is the view plans. The border color is 1 pixel solid, and the text align is center in the middle, and the width is also 6 VW. Now for your view plans over, when you hover on it, the text color changes to black, while the border color is transparent. You no longer see the border color again. You remember the border color is solid. You can see it, but when you hover on it, the border color immediately goes away, and it changes. Also, the background color also changes to white. Okay, that is how you design your header for this website. So in the next video, we are going to see how we are going to design the body of the website. You can now see the navigation bar and the header. They are all working very well. Thank you, and see you in the next video.